Hi, Trisha. Thank you so much for talking with me and sharing your perspective on the mental health scene in India. So let's get started. I guess my first question would be, what is mental health according to you?
So, according to me, mental health is your overall health. That means not only your physical health, but your social, psychological, physiological health as well. So, it's not only about how you look, but how you feel, behave, think as well.
According to you, what is society's view on mental health and mental health issues?
In India, the older generations are ones who are still not used to the idea of mental health. I would say half of them disregard it, half of them just think that they are emotions, like a strong emotion. So when you're upset or when you are, I think the best way is to give an example. So I think one example would be that of stress and stress culture in India. So when students or while working, when professionals are extremely stressed, here it's something that's become normalized. So being highly stressed is something that's actually seen as a good sign of working, or just seen as something that's normal because it happens to everyone, or that's what's supposed to happen. But in fact, if you look at it from a mental health point of view, stress beyond a certain level or constant stress is very bad and can affect you in different ways. So that is something that older generations would not understand.
Do you think one's socioeconomic status, meaning whether one has a high, middle, or low income status, affect the value that they place on mental health?
Yes, I definitely think that socioeconomic status plays a very big role in how people look at or view mental health. Because I feel that even though it could be a more pressing or a more urgent issue with people who have such a status, it would a low status, it or a poor status, a better word, because there is so much else that is taking away their attention, because they have to focus on so many other things. Mental health naturally falls down in the list of priorities or list of important things that they need to look after. Also, I feel like in our culture and in our society, mental health is something that, because it's still something that people are opening up to, any help or any service related to mental health is something that you don't get very it's not as economically affordable, is not as economical as other health services or other services in general. So if it turns out to be an exorbitant expense, you're going to put it back in your list of priorities or your list of expenditure when you already have a really long list. So I think, yeah, it's actually a bunch of problems that kind of mix up, but yeah, it definitely makes a really big difference.
Based on what you've seen, do people consider mental health to be as important as physical health?
So, I definitely think that there are a lot of people who consider mental health as important as physical health. But then again, there are a lot of people who, even if they consider mental health to be important, will always trump physical health over it, because I think it's just very psychological. Like, I think one of the biggest differences and one of the main reasons why mental health is not given a lot of importance is because you can't see it as opposed to physical health. I think that's why also in mental health, when you see people having panic attacks or when you see people in that state of distress, it kind of acts upon you more, or kind of you realize till what extent it can go. You realize what's going inside the person's mind. Of course, when I say that, I don't mean that people who don't have any external reactions are not facing or are not feeling the same way. But what I'm trying to say is, I just think that because of that reason that you can't see it, the most basic reason, a lot of people do give physical health more importance than mental health.
As we've seen, mental health is on the rise in India, but it still needs a lot more awareness and a lot more push for people to actually destigmatize it and for people to actually take the appropriate care and treatments that they need for themselves. I think it is very important for us to join this battle for mental health and promote people to live their best possible life by achieving the best possible mental health. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you've truly understood where I'm coming from and what message I want to promote. I hope that you too will take care of your own mental health and join this battle for mental health and create awareness for it. Thank you.